Cool. All right, stream is started. All right, we're ready. Just give it like at least like a minute for people to roll in, and then we'll
Bring
just
up
go
the
into
chat
it.
actually, so I can see what people are saying.
Oh man.
Let's have a look. Moobot. I got one new water bottle. Big, 1.2 liters. Big
Bro,
thing.
that looks solid, boy. That looks like.
Yeah, it's a wham still. So hold on. listen. Bro, it's mad.
Oh man. Where did Shy go? You there? Oh, Shy is you there? Okay, cool.
Yeah, sorry, my granddad was calling me. Man.
All right, cool. I reckon we can start, man. We can start. But you introduce it though, because you usually introduce it sick. So.
All right, cool.
And that's
cool,
the theme.
Cool. All right. Yo, welcome people. It's your boy Shyko Plays, and we are here with another MDL podcast. We've got Immortal Soul and we've got King Jae in the building. So, this weekend was a very, very interesting weekend for Tekken. We had the Pakistan versus Korea matches. It was like a 3-day event. It's like a team-based tournament basically, and yeah, just to kind of, if you lot don't know, obviously Pakistan ended up winning the thing in the end. But yeah, we're just gonna quickly discuss it, just kind of give our thoughts on each day and stuff like that, and then just talk about like, how it went, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Basically, we're just gonna discuss the tournament basically. So day one was kind of like, I guess, like an exhibition day. So they was doing like first to fives and first to tens. I forgot who was the first one.
It was Edge versus the John, and then the second one was Ulsan versus Atif Bart. Yeah, and then the last one was obviously, I would personally say, the biggest match that everyone's looking forward to, which is Arsenash versus Nee. So that was that day, and we might as well, seeing as we're here, we might as well just unpack it, like just see what's going on.
Bro. Fam, I'm not gonna lie, that first day, fam, the
crazy.
Koreans won all of their sets, bro. It was crazy. So, like, because the first two were first to fives, and then the
first one was first to five. And then the Atif Bart one was first to 10 from what I remember. Is that first to 10? Or am I going crazy?
I'm sure it was. I sure two of them were first to five, if I'm not mistaken.
The first one was first to 5, and the last two were first to 10.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. I don't know why the first one was first to 5. I don't know why it wasn't first to 10, but I don't know.
But they just didn't think it was that important. I'm joking. Nah, but to be fair, I still need to watch that one because I'm picking up Harung in it, so I want to see what Edge is doing and stuff like that, and combos and all of that stuff. So I'm very interested in that match. The match that I'm not interested in, that I haven't seen, is the Dragunov versus Dragunov, bro.
The drag mirror.
Bro, Ulsan, I got a lot of love for you.
But you know what? It was fun to watch. It was actually fun to watch.
It actually was.
What, the Dragunov versus Dragunov?
Yeah,
it was fun. It was fun to watch.
Good still. It was actually good.
Nah, you lot might have convinced me. I can't watch Dragunov. Last time I watched Dragunov versus Dragunov, I fell asleep. That was the Esports World Cup. Like legit fell asleep. I couldn't. Like, bro, I do not like watching that character, especially both of them on the same screen. But if you're not saying it's fun, yeah, I'll think
it was actually a fun match. It actually was a fun match. But yeah, so the first two were close, pretty much. I think it was like 9. Yeah, I think the first one was like 4-5.
Yeah, the first one was 5-4, and then the second one was 10-7.
Okay,
but it was 7-7, and then Ulsan just kind of like got the download. Yeah,
and then bro, the knee versus Arsenash 10-2, bro. Crazy.
Yeah, that was a wash.
Crazy, fam. Crazy, bro. Oh my thing. Because the thing is, I was on my way to work. And I was watching it, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, what is going on?
I always say that, like, knee in a long set is like, no one can touch knee in a long set. Like, he's
100.
just, that's why, like, no one could beat him in death matches in like Tekken 7. It might have lost the odd one maybe, but that guy is too good at the first to 10, man. Or a long set. It's ridiculous. His adaptation is crazy.
But we gotta remember where his skills come from. Remember, in the Green Arcade, that's all they did was death matches. So they were death match. For people that might not understand what death matches is, it's literally when you're on the same rank and you'll play until someone either promotes or demotes. And bro, he was just the guy for that. Everyone would be watching and it's like, oh, if Knee's there, you know the other person's been demoted. That's how our mindset was back in the day. And obviously seeing Arslan, you know, come into the game and then, you know, just winning and stuff like that, it's like, oh, okay. These two are playing like in Tekken 7, I would say Arslan won that battle, in my opinion. That would be safe to say that. In Tekken 8, it's a brand new game, so you're like, oh, okay, like, what's happening with these two now in this game? And I would like to say Arslan was pretty much like, in terms of like just winning and having his name out there, his name has been more out there than Knee in Tekken 8. But the thing that we can say about Knee is, in Tekken 7 Season 1, he wasn't like the greatest, because obviously you had JDCR, Saint, John Ding, you had all these people like doing stuff in Season 1. Then Season 2 is when you start. Season 2/Season 3, you start seeing Knee started like popping up, and you know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing I feel like with this. Like what we're seeing now is Knee at the end of Season 1, you know, he's starting to understand, you know, using his heat. One thing that everyone used to say is, bro, Knee never uses his heat properly. Do you know what I'm saying? But now it's like you're seeing him just using heat, doing proper combos and stuff like that. Like he's always done combos, but you know what I mean? He's actually using
the system. Because that's what I was saying. Like I feel like at the beginning of Tekken 8, I feel like Knee was still basically playing Tekken 7 in a sense. Like he was still had like his Tekken 7 playstyle, but seeing him at this, like obviously on the first day of the exhibition, bro, you can tell he understands the game now. Like Lethal Shooter, like I understand it now. Like, do you get what I'm saying? bro, because fam, bro, and then with that, so with him understanding the game more, and then his movement was dumb. Just dumb. It was insane, bro. Dumb. The sidestepping he was doing and the sidestep, it's insane, bro. It was. Yeah, man. I was like, this is like prime Knee, bro. It's crazy. It was actually crazy, fam. Like, yeah, bro. That first attempt with Arslan Ash was mad, bro. Like, mad.
But then if we move on to the other 2 days now for me personally, things looked like it was just all Korea. And, you know, there was people on Twitter saying, you know, there was a lot of stuff where people were kind of like, oh, yeah, people were just hating on Pakistan. I don't think it's necessarily hated. I feel like there's people that was like, for me personally, I just want to see the rivalry be back and forth. Because I feel like I said, if I'm going to be completely honest, at the end of Tekken 7, it did look like Pakistan won, in my opinion. Like they, you know, Arslan Ash was winning, Atif Butt was winning. Like it's just, they were dominating. And it kind of made it feel like there was like a new flair within like everyone else to play. Because, you know, in the past, like, it's always been Korea that's been winning, like for Tekken, always. Like, but now we've seen a next country just dominating. It's like, oh, okay. Everyone now wants to play and say, like, try and get to where they are. You know, they're at the top. Pakistan is at the top. So yeah, first day Korea won, and then these team tournaments now. Because remember, those were first to 10, and one of them was first to 5. Those were like, you know, singular versus matches. This is now a team-based tournament where you have to work as a team. Now, the second day, Pakistan won, man. They definitely did do the works. They done really well. The format of the tournament was something that was pretty different. I've never heard of that format before, if I could be completely honest. But it was, I think it's the Wasida. I need to see it properly. I can't remember. There was 2 different formats for day 2 and day 3. But either way, Pakistan won the second day. And then obviously today, Pakistan won again. We got to talk about the John and King because, man, we just got to be honest and just throw it out there. That character is so stupid. And I've been saying for a long this time, that character is dumb.
Jay, I have been saying since the game basically was out that King is broken, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And man, they were trying to tell me, no, man, it's not even that deep. No, bro. The muscle, what do you call it? The muscle thing, the armor thing, it's broken. It's broken, bro. It's worse than Gigas's one, bro. Like it's insane because what people don't understand is like he basically can like cancel like into a move like whenever he wants in it. So he can absorb attacks, he can absorb bare attacks and then just punish you like whenever he wants. Do you know what I'm saying? So he can make it short, he can make it long, like the control.
You know what Sorry,
It's
go on.
just
I
like,
interrupted. You know what this reminds me of, yeah, which is insane. You remember Akuma's focus attack in Tekken 7? This is what this is.
bro.
This is what this literally is what this is. But the difference is Akuma's focus could be broken by lows. You could do a low and counter hit him. So there actually was counterplay. And Kings, you can't. There is no like counter hit thing because. But I suppose focus was an attack though, because you could let it rip and it actually was an attack. So that makes sense. But like, I still just think
it's too
overtuned, man.
Yeah,
Way
fam,
too
he
overtuned.
has too many he has too many options to do just by standing and go. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, even though I know it's technically not attack, I do think you should be able to count. I shouldn't you count it low. That's from my personal opinion.
I
Like,
Should be
agree.
able to.
Or I
Yeah,
think
man.
what they should do is maybe reduce like the amount of time you can hold it for, or maybe just remove that feature altogether. Because I feel like it's just either that or just give it a counter hit. You know, lows beat it. I think that would be fine. Because at least there's a risk, you know, with throwing it out. You would still, if you make the correct read, there's still the reward because in heat you can actually launch. I think with one of the options into heat dash, I think
yeah,
you can launch.
yeah. It's a proper launcher. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's still if you make the right read, then the reward is there. But bro, if like I think today when Rangchu was fighting the John, he couldn't use any of Kuma's moves, literally, because they all have pretty bad recovery. I was just getting punished for it. He couldn't do anything.
Yeah, legit, man. Like, King is crazy, bro. King is crazy, bro. But no, honestly, like, no, but obviously, shout out to the Pakistani players, bro. They did their thing. You know what I'm saying? In my personal opinion, I would say, like, Pakistan have overall, they have like, I'll say they're probably they are probably say the strongest region. I feel like like, I feel like their caliber of players are like all of them are pretty much like high in it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like obviously, don't get me wrong, like the Koreans have strong players, but like I feel like the people that stood out in the tournament for me were obviously Ni, Low High, and Ulsan. I feel like those three were like just on job in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas like obviously on the Pakistanis, like all of them were just putting in work. Do you know what I mean? Or literally all of them. So yeah, bro, it was like it's crazy, bro.
I personally
But,
feel like on day 2, because I think I heard that after Ni beat Arslan so badly, I think Ulsan and a couple of players were like saying, yeah, we can rely on Ni, this and that. So I feel like they got complacent in the second day because they thought, oh yeah, it could just like be carried by Ni. And personally, I don't feel like shorter sets are where Korea thrive, especially Ni. For like the longer sets, and you saw it like today's format. It was closer because it was more of a long set, even though the sets themselves was first to 2. It was a much closer thing. But I feel like obviously that could just be down to them going back in the lab for the last night and preparing a bit better. But boy, yeah, I don't think anyone can argue the fact that Pakistan is the best region at the moment. Like I don't. I mean, to say otherwise is delusional. To be honest, I personally think like you could say like a couple of the players might be occupying the first and second and third slot. I personally think it's Ulsan, then Atif, then someone else. So they're neck and neck really. But I would say overall, like if we're looking at the majority of the top players, I would say Pakistan is probably stronger. They just seem more prepared, to be honest. They seem, what I've clocked with Pakistan's playstyle, yeah, is that they play in a way where they do anything to win. Like they play to win. Like they don't play like necessarily clean Tekken like the Koreans are known for. They play to win. They use the mechanics. They find out what characters are the most problematic and what they can abuse, and they use it and they win. Like there's nothing wrong with it, to be honest. That like I always say, like I kind of commend top tier abusers, even though it's annoying to fight. You have to respect it because if you're playing for that much money on a regular basis,
yeah, no one's playing for
just
the
pick top
honor
tiers.
and that.
Just play
bro,
to win. Just play to win.
Yeah, nah.
Literally, so I respect it, man. I respect it definitely.
I would.
No, 100%.
I was just gonna say, I honestly think like just from this, just seeing what's going on from this 3-day tournament. One thing I would say, but this is a personal opinion, by the way, so no one has to actually be like, oh, like, don't attack me for it. Personally, I believe in short set, Pakistan are the best in the world. For long set, like when it's like 1v1 long set, I think Korea is better in my opinion.
No, I was going to say
agree.
the same thing. I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
I fully agree with that. I feel like the Koreans, like when it comes to long sets, like first to tens and stuff like that, like that's their bag. Like, that's their bag.
But then to add on to that, when it comes to winning the bag, it's always first to two. So that's why I feel like Pakistan are always like they're always like above. They don't. Like, I don't feel like they. I'm not that they can vouch for themselves. This is just my opinion from what I can see. It doesn't seem like they care about the long. Like they obviously they do their stuff in Pakistan where they've got like the offline sessions and stuff like that. But I feel like they really care about the first to fives, first to threes, first to twos. So their mind is trained to download a lot quicker. Whereas a first to 10, bro, I can find out stuff, like I can lose a set 5-0 and be like, okay, all right, this is all the stuff you're doing, these are the tendencies, and I could probably just catch up. Whereas a first to 3 and a first to 2, it's like, oh, you have to think quick, otherwise you're done. And I feel like that is what's going on. Plus, I believe they're more, obviously, I don't know about like all the stuff, the personal stuff they got going on, but like in Pakistan, I feel like they're a lot more of a unit and more than anywhere in the world. I feel like they actually work together to get great results. So I don't know, like Korea, I know they've got a couple people that don't, they've got their politics and stuff like that going on. But yeah, in terms of Pakistan, they work together. They got their offline sessions. They're doing the first to threes, first to five. They're doing everything right to, put themselves in a position to become champions. If Arsenal National's not going to win, then, Atif is there. Then you got all these other guys that are really good that you might not have heard their name, but you'd be like, oh, you got Farzine, you got loads.
Newman was sick. I really liked watching Newman. Newman, his timing is ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like my MVPs throughout. Obviously, the easy one to say is Nee because he mollywopped Arslan. However, like personally,
I said mollywopped.
you just it is what it is. You got mollywopped. It is what it is. Better man of the day. However, I think Low High, he was playing like just like a robot, honestly. Low High and Newman was really sick as well. Definitely made like crazy decisions. I think the way he uses Steve's tools is sick. Like he's really good. Definitely. And
his Steve is amazing, bro.
Hafiz as well. Hafiz Tanvir, he's really good as well. I didn't know how good he was, like, so I think it's a shock to a lot of people as well. Like obviously we all knew that Pakistan was a super strong region, but they have so many like unknown players that like it's just a shock to see.
And their players are young, man. Like
they're super young as well. Yeah. So yeah, but as Jay said, I feel like they do definitely have more of a tight knit kind of structure, and they train a lot together. Like they all seem
close,
tight knit. Whereas like Korea,
it didn't seem close.
I don't tend to see them play like offline banging sets, like they obviously they do play with each other. You got the DRX guys, and you got what's Ulsan's team's name? Because they've got a few players in their team.
Freaks or something like that.
Yeah. So you've got those guys, but then like you have so many other Koreans. I don't see them like playing offline a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like the people, like I was saying, like I feel like when it comes to like Nee's group, they play, and then some of the others like you see also in that. But then I feel like John the Ding don't seem like he like. I don't know if there's like anything because I don't want to say, but like it just seems like when you look at them in like Pakistan, they're all together hugging, and Korea it kind of feels like we're together, but we're together to play and do this thing type of thing. It didn't really feel like it was like a family unit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely think Pakistan has better synergy. I think,
that's the word. That's the word.
Even when it comes down to picking who's going up next, it didn't really seem like, oh yeah, this is our strategy. I don't think they've really had a strategy like that. I feel personally, for me, if you want me to keep it a buck, I personally feel like Team Korea, there's levels within that team. There's clear levels. Obviously, they're all like world-class players, but even within, it's crazy to say, but even within the world-class bracket, you even have levels within that world-class.
Yeah, definitely.
World-classery. So I feel like I feel like they just relied on like Nee, Ulsan, and maybe Loha to carry them, and I just think like they didn't really seem prepared. Obviously that's probably not the case, but to me it just seemed they weren't prepared. They didn't have like a clear strategy, especially after getting battered on day 2. Like, yeah. So that is very like I mean, to be honest, big them up, because boy, if that was me getting battered like that on day 2, coming into day 3 would be hard. Like, so
yeah, and I think the day 2 format was very interesting because it's like once you lost the set, you're gone in it, you're out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it was like if you lost the first two, that was it. So
yeah, there was a lot of pressure. I feel like there's a lot of people who I don't know, man, because I can't really say that because they've all performed under pressure before, but I don't know. I just think Pakistan just seem more ready. They seem more hungry, I suppose. That's like, and more just willing to win, to do anything to win. But that's just their play style. I've noticed they just seem more
they
willing
have
to
that
just
mentality.
win.
Yeah, they have that mentality. Like they'll anything for the bag type thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
I don't
they'll
blame
do
them.
anything for the bag. No, but I hear it. You got to respect it. Bro.
I don't blame them.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing to kind of like wrap it up. I know this is a more shorter podcast than usual. We just kind of wanted to summarize what's going on with guys. I wanted to ask Claudio as a character. Like I've always looked at him as a character that is super strong, but I never had any interest. I'm kind of interested in trying out this character. What do you think about Claudio in general? Like both of you two.
He's an easy top 10, bro. I've been saying this for ages. Easy top 10. Like easy top 10. Like he's man. Like the Shoryuken in Heat is just insane. Like his poking's good. Like I think his damage is good. The war carry is good. Like Claudio's a very strong character. Very very strong character, in my personal opinion. Like yeah, very very strong character. That's what I'll say. To be fair with you, like 100%.
I think Claudio. I actually played Claudio in the CNT before Raven was added to the CBT. I played Paul and Claudio, and Claudio is a character where he's simple, but like people said he doesn't have lows, but the thing is like he has moves that
Annoy you to
they just restrict movement. Like you feel like you can't move against the character because of back one, and because like it has specific properties like high crushing. It makes it hard to like jab check the character, keep him in check with small pokes. He can feel very annoying, and then also he has down for 2, the counter hit launch like gut punch. So he has like moves to keep you in check, but then like it's just he's really really frustrating to fight. I'm not gonna lie. He's very much his mind games are really good. Like I mean, on paper like his moves don't seem that crazy, but I don't know. Like his running 2 is ridiculous. He has panic moves. His heat smash is good. His heat is good.
I'm back sure. 1+2 as well. The uppercut.
Yeah, Shoryuken's ridiculous. His heat is really good because he gets access to like easy plus frames while standing 1-2. Is it back 1-2 or down 1-2?
Down.
You know the tail spin, but that's plus.
Yeah.
And you can actually sidestep, but the mind games down forward 3 hit confirm like. Yeah, that character's crazy.
Yeah, that character's insane, bro. That character is definitely insane, man.
Someone in the chat said, basically, they said, was it true that Pakistanis were fasting? If they was, that's very interesting. They were
drinking water, so I don't know.
True.
Usually, I mean, when I fasted before and I wasn't drinking water.
Okay.
But in Islam, it does say that if you're struggling, you can actually drink water. So they might still been fasting. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Whoa, okay. So even then, it's like...
I think so anyway. I think so. But yeah.
But even then, it's like, okay, cool. Think of it like this. No matter what anyone says, even if there's like people that just didn't dislike, you know, the Pakistani players, it's like, bro, they went to Korea. They were fasting. And they still took the W. It's not their hometown. So it's like no matter what anyone wants to say,
you can't even hate on it.
You can't.
I feel like there's been a lot of like controversy regarding like the Pakistani fans, and it's because I think I saw someone post on Twitter about like hate towards Pakistani players and Pakistani fans. I think a lot of people, obviously there's a lot of bias towards Korea. I'll just keep it a buck. There is a lot of bias towards Korea in terms of like, you know, whatever the Koreans do is kind of gospel, and then whatever anyone else does, like they can hate on it. So I kind of do see it a little bit. But what I will say is the fact, like the Pakistani fans, like they are very smothering on the internet. I'll just keep it a buck. They're very smothering on the internet. And even like I was even seeing like
they do too much.
Yeah, I was seeing some crazy stuff in the threads. Like I'm not even gonna say like what I saw on the internet, but I don't see like when I compare the fans of what they say to people with any other fan base, it doesn't like add up to what the Pakistanis say. Like I'm not saying I'm not grouping everyone and all the fans, but I've seen a few of the fans. move mad. Like
I haven't seen it.
Obviously, they ride hard for the team. I hear it, but sometimes they just do too much, man. So I think that's like where the kind of not hate, but the dislike comes. I don't personally think there's like people hate Pakistani players or whatever, but
I
like
don't think
fans,
it's the I don't think it's the players themselves. I think people
the fans,
people don't like the fans, so it's like they want obviously the Pakistani team to lose to upset the fans. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's more. I think it's more that than actual the fans. I think that's what it is, in my personal opinion.
That is crazy. Yeah, to be fair, like I said, I haven't really been too much on the internet since this whole thing has been on. But I definitely want to have a look and see what's going on in terms of the fans, because I definitely have seen them in previous tournaments like the Esports World Cup. I've seen some of the stuff the way how they are, and they are like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, just some of the stuff they say to people, like, and it couldn't come across. Some of the stuff I've seen is pretty racist as well.
King Jae smile,
so
King
it is
Jae
mad.
smile, King Jae smile.
But I do like the Pakistan team players. Like, I can't lie. Like, the players that I played. There's even like some players that I know that haven't even gone into tournament. Like, Khan. Khan was sick in Tekken 7.
Khan was crazy, bro. Khan was crazy,
you've got a handful of players in Pakistan that didn't even went on a team, like Hira, Hamad's really good, Bilal's really good. Like, they've got so many sick players. But then also in Korea, you've got Maogu, you've got who else in Korea is sick?
You got JDCR.
JDCR.
Cool. Yeah. Saint is cool.
What's the Geese player's name in Tekken 7? What's his name? I forget him, but he's super sick as well. Do you remember what we're talking about?
Oh,
yeah, the Korean Geese.
Mio Ayo.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
So he's still playing like so. Oh, bro, they have so many players that didn't even. But obviously, it's a 7v7, isn't it? So you gotta pick who I guess is best for the job. But yeah, nah. Big up Pakistan, man. Like they did the business. Can't hate on it.
Nah, definitely. Man. Do you have any lots? Oh, sorry. What's going on?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say so. Obviously, because of this Pakistani versus Korea things happen now, people are bringing up EU versus America again. Do you know what I'm saying? So I would actually like to see that. Obviously, they ran it in Tekken 7 that time, and I remember that was lit. I was active when that was going on. Like there was some hype stuff going on then still. Do you know what I'm saying? But I definitely want to see it in Tekken 8. I think it'll be very interesting to see. Very, very interesting to see, in my personal opinion.
I think, trying not to be biased, but I think
America's winning.
I don't think so. I think EU.
Bro.
I think EU is gonna win because I feel like there's a lot more players that have leveled up than NA, if that makes sense. Like, we've got Dombili Maimun, we've got players like that who, like, the level up's been ridiculous. Tetsu, like.
No.
We have players, bro.
Wait. So when I'm saying what I'm saying is America won last time. I'm not saying it like America's gonna win this time. Like I said, America's won last time. We don't even like the lineup. Like, who do you call for a lineup? Because at the end of the day, it's like there's so many players. Are we getting based for the UK or America? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many solid players, and we don't like. Obviously, who are we basing the result wins off of? Are we basing it off of
Personally, I would choose a team where obviously they're strong enough to compete, but I would go off team synergy, because there's no point like picking a player who's super strong, but they don't really get along with certain players. Like, I personally would choose obviously a team. I would have like a couple of criterias. Like, the team synergy has to be there. It's important. We saw what Pakistan did today with better team synergy. Like, it's important for a team tournament, for a team format. You need the synergy there.
People don't understand that though. That's what I'm saying. People don't understand that. What people think is, let's get all the good players together.
Yeah, it sometimes that doesn't work. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm obviously not gonna sit here and say like all the players I put in there, because there's like 25 players you could put in there that are just super sick in EU. Do you know what I'm saying? Same with America. There's really sick players over there. But I will say, I just feel like there's a lot more newer players that are doing crazy stuff over on our side. When I think of like NA, I think of like who is kind of new-ish. I can't really think of any like new players that are doing bits. Like, you could say King Jae Jr., but he's been playing.
He would have to be on. He would have to be in there.
He would have to be in there. Joe Crush as well, but he was already doing bits in 7, so he's not really new. So who like what new talent does NA have that like we wouldn't be familiar with? I don't think there is any.
But Joe Crush wasn't on the last team though. He was on the last team. The one that we played last time.
Sure.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
Who was on that team? It was.
Bro, I can't remember, but I definitely know that them lot weren't on. Do you get what I'm saying?
It was Anakin. It was Joey Fury.
You had Ty. You had a couple others as well.
All I'm saying, we need Strog on the team. Like if we can make it happen, how is that cheating? He's in EU.
And they're not ready for that, bro.
Yeah, they're not ready for Strog still. If we have Strog, it's kind of wraps. I'll be real. I'm putting that much faith in Strog. You know how sick that guy is at Tekken.
Strog is just different still.
Yeah,
here's an issue, a real issue.
Nah, that Strog would be sick still. But that's what I'm saying. It would have to be a proper thought out team, not like people that are in a friend circle. It would have to be like who is about like that is sick for EU, and then put them together, because I feel like last time it was kind of like a toss up between players that it wasn't like they were great. But some of them were a bit questionable.
Some of the picks were, they were a bit questionable.
But to be fair, I feel like obviously because it was during what tournament was it during?
Combo Breaker.
So obviously they can only pick
whoever's there.
That Combo Breaker. Do you get what I'm saying? But whereas I think if they do it this time, they can really like have. I think what they should do is what I think anyway is like they should pick like the players, and then maybe like for a day or two they can do like a training camp where they can all play together so they can build that synergy. I think that would obviously help as well. But I think
doing an event like this, like with different formats, will be sick as well, because I think the last one was first to one, and it was like a player would go up and it was first to one, so whoever beat them,
whoever robs them,
then so it was a robbery fest. It wasn't really it literally was a robbery fest. So I feel like doing like a first to two or first to three sets and then rotating, this was sick because like it minimizes the amount of robbery that's going on. Like first to one is first to one, like anyone can beat you in a first to one. So
it makes sense. It makes sense. I think personally, like I would definitely be down for that. I'll definitely be down to watch and see what's going on. It has to be first to two this time round. I do feel like I'm gonna say one thing, and it might be controversial, but I do feel like this tournament did have a version of Tekken that needs to be fixed. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not saying that is the reason why Pakistan won. I am by no means saying that. So don't clear me out of context, anyone. I am just saying this version of Tekken is a bit crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like certain stuff that these characters have, but at the same time, like I said, if we're talking about what's happened, it's happened. Pakistan's won. Like there's no debate about it. But I do still feel like I'm still standing on Tekken needs to be fixed. I don't even play it, bro. I've been playing Street Fighter. I'm literally waiting for Tekken to be fixed. Like,
bro. Like even I ain't gonna lie, ranked is just no point in playing ranked. Like I was trying to rank up Clive on ranked the other day, and it's just all one and done. It's just there's no point playing the game. There's no point playing ranked right now. You just wait for season 2. Just wait for season 2, bro. It's got to wait. Just wait season 2, bro. Honestly.
I think the movement buff will be interesting. I feel like
that would be
Koreans.
Koreans will. That's the wait. Go on, like, Gog. Koreans will benefit in it. That's what you're gonna say.
The Koreans will benefit a lot because, like, you know what? If you want me to keep it a buck here, like, if we're talking about like Prime JDC on like Tag 2 movement or Prime Knee in whatever game he was priming, like Tekken 6, Tag 2, like. With that level of movement, but again, it's hard to say because it's like we'd have to see specific players in that era, so it's hard to even say. However, what I will say is like, if you buff the movement anymore in this game, I think it's a GG. I can't 100%.
Lie. Because movement is their thing. Like movement has always been their thing.
Yeah.
And then obviously they changed movement in Tekken 7. They restricted movement, so it made it harder for people to be able to move around, just backdash and do certain things like that. Obviously, backdashing is still gonna be nerfed compared to the previous games. That's just what it is. But in terms of sidestep, like being able to sidestep a certain way or know that they're gonna use this move a certain way and being able to step in the foreground, man.
A lot of situations, like if you look at the Atif versus Ulsan mirror, Dragunov's down 2, you can only sidestep a specific direction. You can't sidestep both ways. So that was like, I feel like when it was 7-7, because it was 7-7 tie at one point in the set, and I feel like after Olsen started reading specific situations after down 2, and there was another situation that was down 2 after what they were doing after down 2, and his full crash low, full crash down forward 1-4. So I feel like once Olsen started reading what Atif was doing, he just ran away with it, and then Atif kind of panicked and started picking different characters. But I personally feel like, yeah, if Olsen could step and Atif, if they could both step whatever direction they wanted to, I think that set would have been very different. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
All right, cool.
I feel like season 2 is gonna be a big change to the game anyway, because you're gonna see a lot of different type of combos as well. Because obviously they said they're gonna make it so you can like use heat burst in like certain stances and stuff. The game's gonna be very different. Like people are gonna really have to hit the lab to relearn their characters. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think season 2 is gonna be a very different game. So I'm looking forward to season 2. I think this year is gonna be very, very interesting. Definitely, man.
I'm not gonna lie, like the combo system is gonna be a lot more different, because like I think a lot of things with like Leroy, he goes into Hermit, but you wasn't able to use heat burst. So like a lot of the time when I'm trying to do combos, I'm like, oh, I gotta get out and do this, and like, bro, it's just bare difficult. Whereas now, if I'm in Hermit now, I can now just, do you know what I'm saying? And that is sick. I'm like, oh, so we gotta now change the combos that we do now for like every character. So
yeah, new moves, new strong aerial attacks. Because I think Law has a usable one now. So
the nunchucker one, right?
It's gonna be interesting. I think it comes with his down forward, like a down forward 1 string, maybe down forward 1/1+2 or something like that. But
they gave him
we'll
another
see.
string.
I personally think I personally think season 2 looks promising, to be honest. I mean, you know, the direction of the game since launch is crazy. Like, is drastic. If you literally play the game now, like, people can have their opinions on Tekken 8 now, but if you go back and play 1.0, it's not the same game at all. Like, tracking, like fully homing throws,
fully homing heat burst,
fully homing heat burst. Like,
the game was insane.
Like, bro, what you was able to do after heat dashes as well was nerfed, because a lot of characters get less damage now after heat dash. The ones that don't launch, you know, the ones that just like get like a guaranteed grounded hit. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that characters can't do now. So just little things, bro, it's insane.
I just hope they. It was an insane game, bro.
I just hope they buff like generic tools, like generic throws. I want to see become like actual throws now. I don't want to see like, oh, I did a 2+4 and I can press 1 to break it. That's just silly. Why is that even in the game? Like, just stuff like that is crazy. Generic glows as well, stuff like that. I just wanted to see them just a little bit more effective. I'm not saying make them silly, but just buff them a bit.
Nah, I definitely hear it. All right, cool. Well, is there any last thoughts about, like, obviously the Pakistan versus Korea? Is there anything that you don't want to say before we close out?
I think pretty much covered most of the stuff, I'd say. Like I said, very good exhibition and stuff like that. And I definitely want to see. I definitely hope the EU NA one happens as well. I definitely want to see that. I think that'd be good. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, just echo what Shai said.
Sick. All right, well, listen, everyone. That's the MDL podcast done. It's a shorter one than usual. Usually we have 2-3 hours, but you know, we wanted to make this one like a quick one, just kind of summarize what's happened with Pakistan versus Korea. We touched on a bit of Tekken 8 season 2. You know that obviously all the man them are going to be streaming. I believe everyone's going to stream and just, you know, go through those patch notes and stuff like that. So make sure you keep it locked. We'll probably have another one before season 2 because we have the Tekken talk this week, innit?
It's next Sunday, I believe.
Next week, next week.
Next week Sunday. It's next week Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
24th, I believe.
It's 24th. Oh, next week Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It's on a Sunday, yeah. So unless we can, because I was thinking as well, if we can do maybe like a full live stream reaction of it, maybe. I don't know. It depends.
That would be a cold.
That would be sick.
That would be cold. We've never done one of those before. Like,
I think that'll be cold. We should probably do that still.
But you know what? Let's not leave it up to us. You lot in the comment section, let us know if you don't want to see that. If you don't want to see that, you know, let us know, man, by leaving a comment in the comment section. Other than that, we're gone. Take it easy, and we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Cool. Peace.